Well, I'm glad to see you again, man. It's been a minute.
My house! But you had to bring him to my house! That Caucasian devil spawned me in some dungeon!
You know, honestly, dude, it was pretty funny. Seeing you realize a couple days later that you were in your own basement. That was pretty funny.
It was pretty dark down there, I will say. So
I don't know.
Hey! Oh!
Holy how the hell did you get there? Did you put Brandon back in his basement? What the are you doing here? You just...
Well, to answer your other question, sure, that's where he went.
This is not my fucking basement! Again?
But anyway,
Just do the thing. Just do the thing.
oh really? Okay. We need to talk about.
Hello, this is Duke from Duke It Out, and welcome to another episode of We Need to Talk About. After the Royal Rumble, many fans have both the feeling of excitement and sadness. Cody and Rhea winning the Rumbles. Awesome. Sami hitting Roman with a chair. Best pop of the year so far. But that means the Bloodline is imploded. Damn. No more honorary Us or feeling Usy merch. It's personally sad, but not for anyone's bank account. I ordered an honorary Us t-shirt before they could take them off the market, but that didn't come in time. So, in the meantime, I'm keeping the head of the table hoodie on. And we're not gonna get any more moments of Sami Zayn making anyone from the Bloodline break character and laughter. Oh god, I need a minute. But that also means so much more is up in the air for Sami Zayn, and he is the most over he has ever been on the main roster. To where Kevin Owens has acknowledged in promos that it's awesome the world's realizing just how great Sami is. And now that he is out of the Bloodline, to where he even threw away all the merchandise he had of his ex-family, that could only mean one thing when it comes to wrestling, which is Sami going after Roman's World Championship. What we really need to talk about is, how do we get there? Before I begin, please make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more great wrestling content.
Never.
Alright, seriously, Dad, if you keep pulling up with this shit, I'm calling the nearest nursing home. Ah! What the f? Before the Royal Rumble, Sami was the definite fan favorite to win the men's Royal Rumble match, to become the man to headline WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. Now that the event has happened, we know Sami didn't even appear in the Rumble match. Luckily, Cody Rhodes didn't get the Batista in 2014 reaction because Roman vs. Cody is still a great Mania main event. But it is a bummer that it took away the chances of Sami getting that Mania moment as well. With reports coming out after the Rumble of WWE mainly not believing in Sami Zayn as the face of the company, but also not the man to headline Mania either. But that didn't mean that they weren't planning for a match with Roman and Sami. Maybe they didn't expect Sami in the Bloodline to get as over as it did, to where it is praised as one of the best storylines of all time, and I agree. But it does make sense for where they were planning Roman versus Sami. WWE's next and last premium live event going into WrestleMania is Elimination Chamber. But a big factor to Sami in this show is that it'll be at the Bell Center in Sami's hometown, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And if there's anyone that's gonna positively get a big pop from WWE in Canada, it's Sami. Or at least that's active. Can't beat Brett. And with Roman and Sami's storyline building up so well over these past few months, it made WWE know that as long as they had Roman versus Sami, it didn't matter what else was on the card. While I would love to see Sami get his Mania main event, it does make a lot of sense why it would be at the Chamber event. You could argue that Sami would get an even bigger reaction from his home turf than a big stadium, and there's more hope that you could get a 30-minute classic from those two at an event with max 6 matches on the card, as opposed to an event that got so stacked they had to make the event 2 nights. So I am okay with this decision, and also, we can't Daniel Bryan our way out of this one. And I'm super excited for the match, regardless of what event it's at. And with Jey Uso walking away from the beatdown on Sami, he can make some kind of interference in the match as well, bringing even more anticipation. A match that has so much build-up going into it like this, they might not have to do as much compared to other main events. But with these two being the workhorses they are, I'm expecting more great taunts from Roman and Sami not only being able to show off his amazing skills as a pro wrestler, but also doing some of the best selling you're going to see all year. But I am wondering what's going to happen after that match happens. You could argue that there hasn't been this much anticipation and build-up to a world title match since Triple H and Batista at WrestleMania 21. And with Roman's Universal title reign specifically breaking records to how long he's held it, whoever defeats him for it should be an opponent that is very meaningful to Roman. And I think Sami Zayn's the near top candidate for that, up there with Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. Cody's also a great choice because that also adds value to the entire world of pro wrestling. But if they're going to have Sami versus Roman at the Chamber, I think they should have it be for the Universal Championship alone. So that way, Sami can be the one to dethrone Roman's long reign. Then at WrestleMania, Cody can win the one true prize that was really aimed for the Rhodes family legacy, the WWE Championship. And since Cody likes to bring belts back to its OG form, he could bring the Winged Eagle title back. Sami ending the Universal title reign is a lot less likely because I don't think WWE would have Roman lose right before WrestleMania, but you can't rule it out until it happens. With reality's case, I think Roman and Sami are going to have an amazing match at Elimination Chamber, but Sami's probably going to lose from interference, to lead to Cody beating Roman at Mania, and then Sami Zayn will team with Kevin Owens to either beat the Usos for the tag team titles, or to have Jimmy and Solo defend the belts against KO and Sami, with Jey Uso as the special guest referee. And if they do focus Sami's feud with the Bloodline more on the Usos further down the line, they still have great elements there with Jey, which is another reason why this story has been praised so much. So when it comes to the visual of Sami Zayn after WrestleMania, hope is him holding the Universal Championship. But the reality is probably him holding the undisputed tag team champs with Owens. Regardless, I'm so glad Sami Zayn is getting spotlighted like this. He has been one of my favorite wrestlers for years, and I've been even blessed to meet him in 2017. And when it comes to WWE's roster, Sami has got that kind of presence that is irreplaceable. So that was another episode of We Need to Talk About. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and duke out your opinions below in the comments.
When they tell you you can't, you can. And when they tell you don't do it, that's when you should be amplified to do it fucking most. It's Gunþi. I be moving slow and steady. Don't think twice about me not being ready. The thoughts are heavy, sinking to the abyssal depths already. But money I see, I do not envy. Paper is nice, but it's not the first target clearly. Living my life with some purity, rather be fade to obscurity.